Shall we perhaps turn to Natasha Ghent-Rodriguez, who is our wonderful youth representative, while you sort that out? Okay. Okay, so we'll turn to Natasha.
Hi, everyone. I first want to say that I'm truly honored to be sitting here with everyone on this panel. And I also want to thank all of the youth that participated in the Youth Forum yesterday. I would not be here presenting these ideas without you and our discussion sessions that we had yesterday. We began our discussion yesterday with trying to define tolerance. And we realized about 5 minutes into our discussion that we had a very ill-conceived definition. We didn't really understand it. We outlined certain things, and we said that tolerance, the first words that come to mind are, it means to put up with something. That's not a satisfying definition, because you can put up with evil. So we dug a little bit further and decided, okay, this has to mean so much more. So we looked to the Millennium Declaration, and we pulled words from there such as cherish, respect, peace, dialogue. And these are things that tolerance should mean. We need to do a rebranding of sorts of the definition of the word tolerance. We then tried to figure out, why is it so important? Why did you adults put it in the Millennium Declaration? And we decided that it's necessary because it opens up the window of opportunity for people. It allows cooperation amongst the nations. Once we have cooperation, then people can convene together and exchange ideas and best practices. And from that, they can do problem solving. And from problem solving, we can figure out solutions to the world's problems. And all of this stems from something as simple as having tolerance, acceptance, appreciation, and embracing one another. Just imagine I am sorry if I sound a bit idealistic here, but just imagine what we could achieve if we just could get a proper definition of tolerance into play. Just to example how much impact tolerance can have on a society, I've chosen something that's dear to my heart to example it, and that is the caste system in India and the Dalits, or the untouchables. And just recently, there has been a lot of literature out on the web and, of course, on paper and books about the Dalit caste system and the movement that they have in India currently. These people are the lowest caste system. They are not allowed to hold proper jobs. They are left to do menial jobs that don't make much money, which leaves them in extreme poverty. They are consistently transient because they can't afford to own property, and if they do manage to own property, it's often taken away from them from people who feel that they don't deserve it, all because they don't understand who these people are. So due to their transient status, their children oftentimes can't attend school properly, so that breaks it down further. And since they're also transient and because they're poor, they can't afford basic health care. So that leaves maternal health and well-being out. All of this just because of a lack of tolerance. Just to tie in the ICTs and how we thought that the ICTs could come into play and help us achieve tolerance is virtual communities. This is something that I first came into 10 years ago, and I feel really old being able to say 10 years ago. But AOL had chat rooms set up for different countries, so you could go online and communicate with people around the world, and you can actually break down stereotypes. You could be speaking to someone who geographically was not near you and ask questions directly to them. It's amazing because earlier one of our keynote speakers pointed out something that I thought was a great idea, and she said that video games would be a great way to achieve tolerance in this world, because video games often promote fighting and war. Why not create video games that promote cultural understanding? I know in America alone, I Googled it, over 145 million people either play video games on a PlayStation or an Xbox or on their computer. So that's something that we need to explore. Another thing that I really learned yesterday was we had a presentation presented to us from Japan, and it was called, if I remember correctly, Harmony Eyes. And this is a way for people to upload their documentaries online on the web so that people could view it. And I think that this is a really great thing because We need images in our society. Images humanizes these people. Yes, we think of people, oh, that's over there, that doesn't affect us, but if we put a face to it, we can truly identify the problem and tackle it. I want to close with, we concluded that intolerance is something taught to us as we grew up. It is a product of our surroundings. It's quite hard to change established views, although not impossible. With this in mind, we offer the idea that the youth are the ones who can fight intolerance, not because we have the energy and the idealism and the enthusiasm, but because we don't have it ingrained in us as much yet as the older generations. We're still molding who we are, and we can still go forth and achieve tolerance. I want to just take 10 seconds maybe to have everyone under the age of 30 just to stand up and be recognized, because you, the adults, the diplomats, the planners of this event have given us the vision. You've given us the MDGs. You've given us the tools, the ICTs, amongst other things, to work towards achieving the MDGs. What we want to do is we want to build the map. We want to further develop the map that'll lead us the way to tolerance. Thank you. Everyone, stand up under 30. Be recognized. And one last note, all the adults, just know that these are the people that are here to help you change the world. So please do put us to work.